On June 11, 2021, the headquarters of Ukrainian Bible Society housed the meeting of the Spiritual Council regarding the National Day of Prayer for Ukraine. Over 100 bishops, church leaders, and army chaplains were gathered to summarize the 2 years of preparation. Our friend David Hathaway is with us today. He overcame a lot of obstacles to be present here, and he appreciates the opportunity to stand together with his brothers from Ukraine. He says that his heart is always here in Ukraine. The church leaders have pointed out the high level of preparation and expressed their hopes that regardless of all the hardships, this year's event will take place and will be a great blessing for all those waiting for it. And I remember the years of 92 and 93 when we held evangelistic crusades at the Dynamo Stadium together with David. We didn't quite know how to put those together yet, and David was teaching us. So I do believe that David isn't just about this prayer, but about other events as well. Possibly at a stadium, perhaps even several stadiums, we will be having large-scale events. Right after the New Year's celebration, as we were discussing possible dates, we were not yet expecting another wave of pandemic. That being said, we do thank God for all the benefits He's giving Ukraine. They thanked David and his team for supporting large projects in Ukraine and voted unanimously in favor of investing David's representative with more authority. In his turn, David addressed all those present with a short speech. He pointed out the uniqueness of what is going on in Ukraine and thanked Ukrainian churches for support.
I'm sure you know this, brethren.
Я гадаю, що ви це знаєте, брати.
Ukraine has become unique in the whole world.
Україна стала унікальною країною у всьому світі.
I don't know any country where every denomination will come together for prayer.
Я не знаю жодної країни в світі, де представники різних усіх деномінацій можуть об'єднатися в молитві.
He then led prayer for the upcoming event.
Father, I pray that you would bless the Ukraine.
Батько, прошу про благословення для України.
Until the Ukraine is seen as a demonstration of your power and your glory on earth.
Щоб Україна була тим прикладом, демонструючи твою силу і її прояв на цій землі.
After the summary was made and the official part of the council was over, the next, more celebratory part took place. Everyone moved to the celebration hall where a banquet had been prepared in order to celebrate the 70-year anniversary of David Hathaway Ministries. There, in a more informal setting and accompanied by singing of the worship team, they continued with fellowship and dinner. The cherry on top was the demonstration of the unique handwritten Bible. Its creation began back in 2018 at the National Day of Prayer for Ukraine and continued for over 2 years. More than 32,000 people from all over Ukraine took part in creating it. Upon seeing a short video about David's ministry, ministers took turns to thank David for his faithfulness and perseverance.
І проводячи такі заходи, організовуючи прямі трансляції, ми часто отримуємо
As we hold numerous prayer events, we receive comments from all over the world which testify to the unique unity among believers in Ukraine
єдність, якої, на жаль, немає в інших країнах.
that other countries do not have,
Більш потужних, більш розвинутих.
even though they are more developed and successful.
Ми ще раз дякуємо Господу, дякуємо Давіду з його баченням.
So we are grateful to David for his vision, and we thank all the churches in Ukraine for supporting the National Day of Prayer for Ukraine. Here in Ukraine, We're lucky to have people come from the outside to do things like these. Even the Good Samaritan wasn't actually a local. He was from another nation. But he provided help and care as if the man he was taking care of was actually his fellow countryman. So we thank you. You are that good Samaritan. Rewards on earth are small. The real reward is waiting in heaven. But at least this is an expression of our gratitude, our love for you, and respect for the work which you're doing. Be the dove of peace and carry spiritual bread to people, because they are in need of it. The Spiritual Council presented David with a unique, valuable plaque designed and produced in Ukraine. Ukrainian Bible Society presented David with a gold-plated sign engraved with the phrase, "The man who is changing the world."
Я знаю ще одного Давіда,
There's a person that I know
який був 70 років в полоні,
who spent 70 years in
ви
captivity,
70 років в служінні.
and you spent 70 years in
Він
ministry.
був тільки одну ніч в ямі львівній.
He only spent one night in prison,
А ви майже рік в совєтській тюрмі.
and you spent there a whole year.
6 раз проводите Національний день молитви в Україні.
6 times you've held the National Day of Prayer,
Дозволяємо ще один раз.
and we hope to have the 7th time. There must be fullness in everything. I remember the times 25 years ago when I was just a cadet, as David Hathaway visited us. We thank you for your ministry. Another official sign of gratitude was presented to David by the army chaplains.
My embarrassment. Yes,
In
I'm
his speech,
embarrassed
David
today.
gave thanks for supporting joint events and announced he's preparing for a large-scale outreach on a national level in downtown Kyiv.
One last thing.
І останнє.
I want to come back next year to the Ukraine,
Я хочу повернутися в Україну наступного року
but this time to hold the biggest evangelization.
для масштабної евангелізації.
In response, David received public approval and support from the bishops, who charged the ministry representatives in Ukraine to begin preparation for the future events. In general, a unique atmosphere of hospitality and understanding prevailed during the whole time of the event. This was almost an exclusive time when so many leaders got together in one place around such an important reason. Seeing this kind of support, one might say that Ukraine is most likely the only country in the world able to have a direct dialogue among the church leaders, government authorities, and David Hathaway Ministry. So we are ready for the future national projects, Lord willing.